Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera, aka Hbar. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow. Also, if you guys do find any information in this video valuable, useful, interesting, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on. I do greatly appreciate all of that. Now, let's jump in and let's talk about Hbar. So, as Bitcoin is kind of ranging on here, which we've been seeing it kind of just ranging around the 42 to 43k mark. I told you guys it's fairly weak. I'm still expecting 37.5k. I think that a nice swoop the lows around that area is fairly good for us. I do believe that we will see around 37k, possibly even down lower. But of course, I am still very bullish on the macro viewpoints on 2022. I've told you guys this multiple times. I've addressed this multiple times on this channel as well. But Hedera is one that has been, pretty keen to my viewpoints for a very long time. I've been watching this one very closely, as you guys are probably all aware by now. But this is also the idea that I do believe that we will see 22 cents. I do believe that we will see this level tested yet again from, going back to December 14th, as you guys do see down here. And the funny thing about that area is if we kind of look back on in time to August, we see that this was a fairly keen level for us to actually break off of and go to the current all-time high. I'm not saying that we will repeat that process. I'm just saying that is a strong demand zone. And I do believe that that is the next area to really kind of test. I think that that is the next point that we really kind of break down to. And the only reason why I'm saying that we will see that is because we are still seeing Bitcoin dominance ranging around the 40% mark. I actually want to see 45%. I believe that it will be very healthy for the market to see that. And then it will pretty much allow Bitcoin to have one last major ride, similar to 2017 and 2018. Bull run. Of course, we have to wait patiently for that day to actually happen, and we have to be careful in terms of getting into some altcoin holdings, buying this, buying that. It all depends on what we're really kind of trying to get into, but just pay attention to the dominance on a few of these altcoins, especially if you are talking about out of the top 10. Like if you're buying XRP and stuff, you could probably get into a nice little area depending on where you really kind of buy, but I would just watch Bitcoin closely throughout this week, as I do believe that it could get very volatile. I said more so around the end of this month is when we will see a lot of these prices kind of taper off into a stability sort of standpoint. Now, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. So there was an interview with Tony Edward. If you guys do want to follow him on Twitter, there you guys have it. But he'd had an interview with Mance Harmon, where he talked about a ton of topics, including Hedera Hashgraph Explained, Hbar Tokenomics, Governing Council, Hbar Staking and Community Nodes, Smart Contracts 2.0, and so much more. Now, we do see Lemonade, it's funny, but he posted the summary of it. And the main thing was the idea that, first off, they don't announce GC members without, pretty much leaking or anything like that. They're not going to leak information about a GC member. They wanted to have a live project working on Hedera before they even announce it. So like for an example, we most likely won't even have like Microsoft or something like that built on Hedera until it's fully using Hedera. Now, in general, that's not always the case, but for the most part it is. Now, the thing that I'm more so interested in is the ServiceNow stuff. ServiceNow is building out their Now platform to allow their customers to more easily use and deploy distributed ledger platforms. I don't know why I said it like that, but all built on top of Hedera. Now, this is going to be huge. And the reason why is because all of their clients will be able to use this, all of their customers in general. Now, the Now platform, you could go read about it. You could pretty much all look into it if you want. But honestly, this tells me specifically just how massive ServiceNow is, because this use case alone will generate, I'm talking like millions to billions of transactions nearly daily. I mean, look at this. Energize employee engagement, accelerate automation, and make work better with innovations in the Now Platform Roam release. And of course, we do see create compelling employee experiences, deliver AI-powered service operations, solve customer problems fast, create and configure mobile apps, more innovations in the Rome release. Now, of course, there's a lot of stuff that you can read into this, but overall, at the end of the day, this is going to be pretty big for automated businesses, for workflows in general. I believe that this is going to allow a lot of transactions and a lot of pretty much volume to flow over Hedera. In fact, I'm actually very excited for, just the future of Hedera in general. I'm actually very excited for just the future of a lot of these GC member partnerships as well, to really kind of watch them blossom. And I know that you guys are probably tired of me saying that, but similar to even the Shinhan and Standard Bank stuff with like remittances, even the stable coins, as we see more and more US crypto regulations, as we do see that down here as well, stepping into this space, we also see a lot more crypto adoption. We see a lot more crypto acceptance. In my mind, it's all more so focused on, sustainability, green. Is it legit? Is it regulated? What's the case here? In my mind, Hedera is probably one of the most legitimate projects out there. Like, this company in general is going to be a 100-year plus company, and they have plans on doing so. In fact, they're already kind of building out that dream of being a 100 plus year company. And the best part about it is that we're all here in the early stages of it and pretty much watching it grow to that point. I'm very excited for what is going to be happening this year for Hedera, but also for crypto in general. We also see here, given the extremely low issuance and transfer fees of Hedera, what innovation use of tokenization can you envision for gaming on the Hedera network? And I honestly want to know what you guys personally think. I know that we see a lot of stuff down here, micropayment per use. A lot of people are talking more so about other things like keys and stuff. In my mind, when we're talking about NFTs in the NFT world, in the gaming world, I think it's going to be cool to be able to almost make your own designs, make your own products in a game, and kind of sell them on like a marketplace or so, like almost like a bidding house in these games. Like, I think that would be so cool to have like auctions within the game, similar to like if you guys ever played like Forza for an example or something. Like, an auction house would be so cool to be implemented into like the gaming community. I think that would just be so interesting, to say the least. And honestly, when we're talking about Hbar at scale, I think that will help us get, a lot of eyes on us in the gaming scene. But also, we already are stepping into the gaming scene with Animoca Brands, and also they are focused on NFTs. So, just pay attention to stuff like that, because a lot of these could be fairly huge use cases. Now, we also see here, South Korean social media giant Cyworld and Hbar Foundation partnership. We will provide a metaverse environment in which our users could shop, use the bank, and buy movie tickets. Now, the best part about this is, first off, Cyworld used to be a huge social platform. And I'm not saying that it's not anymore. I'm just saying it is fairly old, and it is also was one of the largest out there. We see here, Cyworld had 32 million users, but it began losing ground in the last decade because of its slow response to mobile services. In 2017, Cyworld secured 5 billion won from Samsung Venture Investment, but failed to revive its social networking service. It shut down its social service in 2020, but held on the data from its 32 million users. It gave its existing users access to preview of Cyworld Z on August 2nd, but the company has not set an official launch date yet. Now, I think that this could get interesting because they still have the data from those 32 million users. I don't know if it's still going to hold up strong to this date, but it could get interesting at scale if this does get built out and really kind of, I do believe that Hedera is going to offer them a lot of overall, value here. But it's hard to say if this is going to be fairly big or not. In my mind, it is going to be good, possibly for some volume to come from social media in general. Like, this is a social media giant that used to be one, I should say, and now they're kind of stepping into the metaverse. So I think that we could see a lot of volume from this, possibly. It depends on how good the launch is. We just have to wait a little bit. Now, we also see here more evidence that Walmart is the Fortune 10 company. Now, this goes back a little bit in time. In fact, this is October 13th. But the reason why I bring this back up is because I've seen a lot of questions and concerns in my video from yesterday saying, oh, this is just hype, this is whatever. But we do see that, in terms of Walmart, like SKU X, okay, is going to probably be one of the biggest giants next to ServiceNow that are on the Hedera overall governing council. We actually see down here, Director of Client Partnerships, Walmart. This is one of the many individuals that are working with SKUX, and this guy is fairly huge. Now, I don't know actually if this is. I'm not gonna. I don't know if this is like a guy or a girl, but overall, when we're talking about a lot of these major, individuals, or maybe these are just job sightings, like this is pretty much just looking for a director of client partnership with Walmart. Sorry. So this is actually just a job offering, but it is a director of client partnerships with Walmart from SKUX's side. So technically speaking, you can kind of connect the dots there, but we also see here Hbar for supply chains. Is Walmart the next Fortune 10 company mentioned that will be building on Hedera? IBM is a governing council member of Hedera Hashgraph. Time will tell. And of course, there's links down here if you guys do want to check it out. But overall, when we're kind of chasing everything back to the main source, which was yesterday, where Walmart announced that they're getting into NFTs and stuff, I think that was a clear sign overall where we were going. In fact, Zepsi kind of said it himself personally. Hbar can be used for every Walmart patent. Digital currency, SB Group / Shinhan Bank, FPOS Australia, Circle Pay, MTech Inc., Metaverse, Shinhan, Aeon FT, portfolio management, AKT Wealth, digital wallet. I mean, pretty much we have everything that is going to align perfectly with Walmart's overall patents. I'm just saying right now, if this is the case, if Hedera is working with Walmart, this is going to be absolutely massive. The amount. So first off, all you have to look back on in time is pretty much the fake announcements of Walmart working with Litecoin, Walmart working with other coins as well, and really kind of look at the skyrocketing value of those announcemements, or it was pretty much speculative, announcements. Like this would be absolutely massive if they did announce that they were working with Hedera, and I think it's a no-brainer if they did, anyways. But also we do see here 100 years from now, there will be dozens of variants of the hash graph, but it will be on the Hedera, or pretty much just on the hash graph, aka Hedera, because you can't do better than what we've done in terms of performance and security. This is old, but it is very key to listen to and pretty much, study, because think about it like this. Okay, Bitcoin was the first blockchain, pretty much overall network. Since then, there was tons of forks, there were tons of new products, and of course, eventually came Ethereum. Now, there's a ton of ERC20 tokens that, are doing incredibly well. In fact, I'm invested into some QNT, ACH. I mean, there's a lot of good ERC20 tokens. But overall, when we see a new generation of crypto technology come out, Ethereum was kind of lagging, but now we have the third generation. The third generation is Hashgraph technology, and it truly does have the overall potential to truly usurp this entire massive market. I honestly believe that Hedera, at some point in time, I'm not giving any sort of time, frame on this, but I'm just saying at a certain point in time, we will see Hedera Hashgraph taking over the #1 spot, not simply due to transaction volumes, not due to, GC members or anything like that, but because of this statement alone. There will be dozens of variants of the Hashgraph, aka being all built upon one network, which is Hedera. And that day is going to be very exciting to see. I don't know if I'm going to be around for it, but if I am, it's going to be very fun to report on and talk about. But overall, I still believe that Hedera is probably one of the biggest winners in this market. I think it's probably one of the most undervalued and overlooked gems. It's one of them. I know that a lot of people make fun of me because I say, hey, this is an overlooked, this is undervalued, but trust me, there's a lot of them in the space. They just deserve to be a lot higher compared to a lot of the other tokens that are in the top 25. So when we're talking about Hedera, I definitely do think it's still undervalued even at its market cap, and I do believe that it's still extremely overlooked even at its current market cap and price as well. So with that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.